Hey everybody, it's Joe. Welcome back to another video. Today I have a special guest. It is pecktec, Sean Peck from the YouTube channel pecktec, obviously. And we're going to be talking about what it takes to run a fish tank YouTube channel, which a lot of you probably have your own fish tank YouTube channel, and I hope this will kind of help you out if you're struggling with anything, or if you have any questions. Hopefully we can answer them in this video.
Seems like there's always a lot of questions that have to do mainly from your friends and family. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you can make money doing that."
Right, exactly. That's a good point. That's a good place to start. Really, is the YouTube money, because obviously in the whole community there's a lot going on with that,
right.
With the whole partnership changes and everything like that going on with Logan Paul. We're not going to get into any of that.
The apocalypse, just in general.
So that's a good place to start. I don't make anything from my channel. I've only got like 420 subscribers.
Right.
You probably make a little bit, nothing super substantial, you know, not making a living.
Well, it's not enough. It's definitely not enough for us to live, you know, like we are. My full-time job still pays a lot more, but I mean, I'm in my, you know, mid-40s. Okay, over the mid-40s. so I've been working a while and stuff, and it's really hard to compete with like a career. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And I don't have the time to devote to it because, you know, like I said, I've got a family and other responsibilities and stuff. So, but it could be lucrative, and is lucrative for a number of people.
Yeah, you look at like Joey Mullen, obviously the biggest fish tank YouTuber, Dustin's Fish Tanks, you know. But I think the biggest thing to mention is if you're getting into YouTube to make money off of that, is not going to go super well for you, in my opinion, because it's slow going, and if you're not super patient, and if you don't love what you do and just love to do it with no return whatsoever, first of all, you're not going to make the kind of content that people want to watch if you're not really passionate. And then if it's not going your way and you're not making a lot of money off of it, even if you have like thousands of subscribers and you're still not making like over $100 a month, it's really going to be discouraging to you, and you're not going to want to keep doing it. So
yeah, there's a caveat.
That's a big thing.
There's a caveat to that too, though, and that is if, like you mentioned, Dustin's Fish Tanks. I was a subscriber and watching him when he went full time, when he went from just kind of casually making videos to actually, you know, doing videos. But he's never just done that. Like, he's got his whole other business with the plants and all that sort of thing. So, right, anytime you can take a business that you're doing anyway, like take Aquarium Co-op has his fish store and stuff. So he doesn't have to stay home from his job to make a fish video. He's already there. You know what I mean? Right. He's already doing it. And like anything he does during the day could be a fish video. So it's a really brilliant concept if you can do it, is to combine your job with the videos, and then it doesn't matter if you've got ad revenue. Like if you got 400 something subscribers, or you got thousands of subscribers, it doesn't matter because it's just another avenue for which to present.
That's a good point.
And that's just like purely talking money. You know what I mean? Exactly. Really, I'm not in it for the money. I've never really been in it for the money. I'm a nerd, and I like making videos. You know, there's a reason, like, my early videos were about steampunk, and not only fish, but steampunk and roller derby and just other things that I geeked out about. So, the fish thing, what happened for me is early on, Fluval, I did a video for a Fluval spec. So I snuck a Fluval spec in the house. Like, literally, I bought it like on the sly. You know, I didn't tell my wife or anything. I snuck it in the house, and I put it on a shelf under another aquarium that I have. And it was in plain view in the living room, but no one saw me put it there. It was just there. And what I do is I wait like 2 months, and then I go, okay, I guess I'll set up this aquarium. And I pull it out, and she's like, "You've got another aquarium?" Like, this has been here for months. But you don't notice w's going on. Anyway, so
that's a good strategy.
That works. That will get
Remember my parents. For those of you who don't know, I'm still 15. I'll be 16 in early March, and so my parents still kind of rule my life. So, you know, there's no 1,000-gallon fish tank in the basement. But yeah, I'm always looking to try to get more tanks. So that's a good strategy. Just sneak one in and be like, no, I've had it forever. I don't
You get noticed. It's been right here. So I got a Fluval spec and I set it up. And for some reason, back then Fluval didn't have a Facebook page or a YouTube channel or anything like that. They had this thing called the Fluval blog or vlog. No, it was blog. Yeah, the Fluval blog they had on their website. And they liked my setup video for that spec so much they put it on their Fluval blog. So if you went to the manufacturer and said, you know, looked up Fluval spec, you'd find my video of the spec setup. And so that's great, really what kind of launched the fish part of my channel up.
Launched it, so, right. That's a good segue into a whole nother portion, which is starting up and getting the, I mean, for lack of a better term, publicity, getting the followers, the subscribers, the views. Like I was saying before, it can be discouraging in the beginning if you're not getting a lot. I'm growing pretty decently, really with the help of other YouTubers like you, doing collabs and shout-outs and all that kind of stuff. What do you think, like you kind of touched on this, what do you think is the most important thing to do to, you know, grow your YouTube channel, your fish YouTube channel? What's the best avenue, you know?
Keep your tanks clean. Make sure that that's an aquarium that somebody would want to have in their home. You know what I mean? And that part can be terrible. Really, you got to tell your story in a consistent way over a period of time. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. And being creative, like for me, being creative is just something I have to do. Like it's if I'm not doing a creative project, I get icky. You know, I don't. And
right.
Yeah,
you need to do something.
I'm always
all the time,
doing something. I'm never idle at all. So the biggest advice really, be really super consistent. Like I've managed to do like 3 years now or more. Every Sunday I have a video, and that's about fish.
Just like me,
and that's my promise. She'll see a fish video on Sunday. I'm not promising what happens Monday through Saturday.
That's a great tip.
Because maybe I want to vlog. Maybe I want to. And people are. Anytime I do anything that's not a fish video, not everybody. I don't mean to paint a blanket over all my viewers because I have a lot of really supportive viewers. But it's easier to hear sometimes the negative comments. Like you can get 1,000. Man, that was a great video, and then you get that one person that's kind of like, you know. And it just ruins your day, you know, or you can't.
That's definitely a thing that it takes, you know, to be a YouTube channel. You got to be able to take the heat, you know. You got to be able to slough it off, because I mean, I've gotten like one negative comment in my entire thing, and you know, for a minute or so, it was just like, ooh, you know, that kind of hurt. But then you think about it, you know, I've posted over 30 videos, I'm sure now, and like one comment, one person that unsubscribed, you know, out of like 425. 425 is a lot of people. That's another thing when you're talking about the whole discouragement thing. You step in front of 425 people in a room, you're like, whoa. That's, you know, you start, your heart starts pumping,
and that's
you
the
know?
analogy I keep hearing, and I think it's a great analogy that really, I mean, people are like, I don't have thousands of viewers, so it doesn't mean anything. Well, put 40 people in one room. You know, that's a lot of people. And then those people talk, and then, you know, 40 more people come, and 40 more, and then pretty soon you're talking to a freaking stadium. You know, when Rachel O'Leary or Joey or Dustin or any of those guys get on, I mean, even in a live chat, I'll see hundreds of people. And it's something to behold. The big thing, too, is like, so the big lesson, though, is early on, don't sweat those numbers and stuff. You got your loyal followers. Because as it grows up, you know, other things happen. You said you've got one negative comment. I get a slew of them all the time. And they say the most terrible things. You would not believe. You would not believe the stuff.
I filter all my comments.
Suffer any fools. If you come on and you say, you know, if they got legitimate criticism, I'll leave it up. Sometimes I'm like, whatever, but I'll leave it up. if you come at me with something personal or you vex me in any way, I'll just ban your ass and won't even think twice about it. That's just what that's what I do.
So another question that I have, and I had when I started up the videos, when I started up my channel, was, do you need a lot of tanks? Do you need a lot of special stuff, good, to make good content, to make people want to watch you? What's your opinion?
So, I think it definitely helps. I mean, it'd be great if at some point you had, like one tank with a plan to put like 100 tanks up or something like that. Or anytime you're at the beginning of a big project, it's promising. What'll happen eventually is you may run out of stuff to talk about. But even the most mundane subject is kind of interesting to someone else. So you can actually, you can go a long way with just a couple of tanks and just really breaking apart the science of, or finding something interesting to talk about in each, thing that you do.
Well, yeah, and you look at guys like James from Challenge the Wild. I'm sure you've seen him around. He's always in the recommended. I don't know how he does it. He needs to tell me how he does it, because I need to get in that recommended section, right? Always dabbing at the end.
I promised him I'd dab in a video. There you go, James.
Oh, that's something. I will never dab in my videos. It's never happening.
That's why I'm doing it in your video.
So you see him, and he started off with the 10-gallon. He didn't even cycle it, and you see him growing through the channel. And he started off with one tank. Now he's probably got like 15 or 20 in his fish room. So you see him over time, building up, probably using revenue from his channel to help him along. But he didn't start off with that. He started off with one tank. He still got views. He got views from, other things. So you don't, in my opinion, you don't need to already have a fish room. You don't even need to start building a fish room, as long as you have things to talk about. If you've got like a special tank, like my reef tank over here, I could make videos, endless videos about this, which I've, my past 2 videos have been about it, and a lot of my viewers are freshwater, so, I got like 30 views on my last video.
Yeah, it's hard. It can be hard to like channel that too. I never know. I can never tell you which of my videos is going to do great. Like if you'd asked me to predict like my past 5 videos, which one of those would have done 22,000 versus like 3 or 4,
right.
I couldn't tell you. But what you'll find is every product you buy, every time you buy a product, every time you try a new food, every time these are all excuses to make a video of some sort. And don't worry about, if it's something that people have done a lot, just take that extra couple of seconds to make it yours. Make it just a little different. Honestly, from what I don't watch tons and tons of fish channels on YouTube. I have a few people that have become very close friends.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm really genuinely interested in everything they do. But I'm surrounded by aquariums. I don't need to go. I don't need to go to the internet really
go
to
watch a bunch of
anytime somebody says, "Hey, will you check out my channel?" Like you did when we talked earlier. I will go look, and I'll get a couple of videos in, and just if I like you, I'll subscribe, and maybe I'll come back if you But
maybe he'll do a collab with you.
Yeah. But for the most part, a lot of people don't put much effort into their videos, and that doesn't mean you won't be successful. You know what I mean? So,
exactly. Right.
Yeah, you can. There's the content, and then there's your personality, and if you're a person that's pleasant to be around, and you do stuff that isn't completely annoying, you'll get the views. They'll come in.
That's really my biggest. That's my biggest. Really suggestion to people is to be creative big time.
Please.
YouTube is this crowded space. The fish fam area, everything fish, is a tiny amount in that massively overcrowded, in my opinion, YouTube space. But it's still really crowded. There's hundreds of fish tank YouTube channels.
Oh, yeah.
There's hundreds of them. And most of them, the majority of them, are going to be holding the camera out at their tank. Hey guys, look at my tank. You get shaky,
Yeah.
And it's if somebody likes doing that and they like making, just showing their tank and stuff, that's fine. it's good. You're showing what you're doing, and that's great. And if you enjoy it, but you're not going to get up to like Joey Mullen area.
Yeah.
When you're not, in front of the camera, you don't invest in equipment or you do anything like that. You're gonna get views, but you're not gonna be massive, which I think is a lot of expectations need to be, realistic when it comes to growing and stuff.
I mean, you might not be crushing it right away, but I think that people they do recognize and appreciate, like YouTube, the bar is really, really low, in my opinion, for videos, and it kind of should be. I mean, it keeps the entry level. You don't have to be, a theatrical director or know a lot about photography or any of that stuff to really kind of jump in. It's usually a one-person operation. Like I do almost everything. I write, shoot, edit, light, fun. My entire channel, so
right. So yeah, that's a good point. We got all that. It's whatever you like. It's whatever you like to do. Do your own style and just have fun with it, really. But really, my next subject should be, so like freshwater versus saltwater. Do you think that there's a bigger market for saltwater or for freshwater, or do you like watching both? Even though I think. Well, you've got the Evo like me. You've got some saltwater but mainly freshwater, just like me. Do you enjoy watching both? Do you enjoy watching a mix, even in the same video? What do you think there's more room for?
Well, I think saltwater has always kind of dominated the entire aquarium hobby. It's a really super deep subject that I'm just not that interested. I would not have a saltwater tank in the house, I don't think, unless Kerrigan really wanted it. She started working at a fish store, and they do tons of saltwater stuff. So
just like me, I work at a fish store.
Right. So they talked her into it, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I was like, we could do it planted, but she and she does. She's got a little planted speck in her room too that we never show. But anyway, she got really super into saltwater and really wanted to try it out. And I constantly get comments, you should do saltwater. You should do saltwater. And for me, I mean, it's a personal thing. And for me, I haven't mastered or really unlocked everything I want to do in freshwater, yeah. But I'm super fascinated. I'm kind of just letting her, I haven't done anything with that tank. Everything that's been done or fixed has been things that she's gone and figured out and learned. So I really like seeing that kind of stuff, but I don't seek it out much because I'm not looking to expand that knowledge all that much. Just enough to kind of keep her safe.
So let's wrap up this video. We don't want it to be too long. It's not a live stream. That's really the whole point of doing this. It's not going to be 5 hours long like some live streams are. But let's have maybe just a list of things that you would tell people to get or to use softwares or anything like that, or just ideas for starting their YouTube channel. What would you tell the beginner, like if I was just starting?
Right. Okay. So if you want to edit, that's cool. You don't have to start off that way. Don't let that be a barrier to you. Even if you shoot on your phone, like you're shooting on your phone, right? Yeah.
Yep. Right now.
You can edit right off your phone now. I mean, that's something that even a couple of years ago wasn't possible. But if you do decide to edit with a computer and you get a Mac, people have made millions of dollars on YouTube editing with iMovie, the most simplest. It is literally plug and play. I learned to edit on, I get asked about editing software a lot. I learned to edit on the PC with a program called Sony Vegas. It's got like a show you how button. Say, how do I make a title? You just say, show me how, and it walks you through the whole thing in your timeline. It shows you how to do it.
That's cool, yeah. Good beginner.
Yeah, and all that stuff sort of translated out. Now I use Final Cut Pro. For a camera, I have a 70D, and I also use an iPhone and a GoPro, and just like any camera that's available to me, that's what I use for my stuff.
Right, and you don't I've been using my iPhone 6. It's not even the newest iPhone. I've got a camera app that jumps up the HD of it. But really, you don't need, all you need is a camera. You don't even need a mic to begin with. You need a camera, yourself, and your tanks. That's that's in my opinion.
Beyond the equipment, like, don't let the equipment be a barrier. That's one. Okay, but beyond that, when you are talking to your camera or your phone or something, you need to pretend like it's a good friend of yours. That is why when I talk to my camera, I'm picturing a friend of mine. Like, I'm trying not to look at my screen. It's hard. You see me cheat all the time.
Oh, you got to look at the lens. Always look at the lens, people.
Yeah,
Always
look at the lens. Picture your best friend's face right there in the middle of that lens, and you'll see an immediate improvement.
Definitely. You need that eye contact.
Now, as far as dealing, you know what? Be prepared for your friends and family to not understand what the hell's going on with you. They don't they don't understand the aquariums. They don't understand that you need to make a video every Sunday. They won't understand that you can't hang out because you got to go make a video. Or you got to clean your tank so it looks good in the video. Or because your clone ate all the potato chips. You can't. They're not gonna understand these things, and they'll be amazed.
Be like, why are you talking to yourself? What's happening? You know, why are you like, I'm rehearsing lines, bro. I need to get the script right. You know, and that's a good segue as well. Script or no script for you?
Whenever it gets really complicated, I write a script. A lot of times, especially lately, I've been kind of lazy and I've been winging it. But I can tell you, I spend several days before any video. The first thing I do is I try to think of the title of the video. I'll have an idea for the subject. I'll think of the title of the video, and then I start dissecting how I want to approach that. There's been times when I'm like, okay, I got kind of this loose idea. I throw the camera up, the lights, and then go, and you can tell. They're not as good. They're not as good. I do script sometimes when it's especially if somebody else is involved. Normally I'll have a script or something like that to kind of give me a focus. Not this time. But generally unscripted. But if like Joey, the King of DIY, the first time I met him, I interviewed him at American Cichlid Association. And
finish up. I'm starting to run out of storage space on my little iPhone here. So any last words to people thinking about starting their channel or struggling with their channel, trying to get it up and running, or inspiration?
Oh, just grind on. You gotta grind on. Do it for you. You've got to be
YouTube's a grind.
Yeah, you got to be your own biggest fan. You got to do your channel for you and no one else. And then it doesn't matter what anyone says, and it doesn't matter what anyone wants from you. You just do it to do it. That's my advice.
Perfect. Yeah, I would say exactly the same thing. Don't let technology hold you back, like we noticed. Don't let anything like that hold you back. Don't let lack of very like exotic fish hold you back. You got some neon tetras in your tank, show them off. Do it, if you love to do it, do it. Don't let anything hold you back. That's a great message.
And film horizontally.
Please.
Just do it.
For the love of all that's good and holy, please just film horizontally, guys. That's all we ask. You don't need to edit. Just horizontal.
Yeah. I don't even care if you're on a roller coaster, doing this, just so long as it's like that. The shake.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier, the vlog, you get the shaky cam, just horizontal. We don't care.
That one thing will make a huge difference.
Huge difference. Well, thank you very much, Sean, from pecktec. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I got to get to editing this at some point. This is going to be, it's cool because it's like a live stream, but I'm editing it. And
yeah. I like this where you just chat and film it and then put it together later. Cool.
Right. Well, thank you very much. You can do your outro if you want, and then I'll do my outro.
All right, until next time, follow your bliss, keep a clean tank, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.